Here's a Bible story of Moses and Pharaoh in a storytelling format. The story of Moses and Pharaoh, based on Exodus 1 to 14. A long time ago, the Israelites lived in Egypt. They had been there for many years, and the new Pharaoh, who did not know about Joseph, made them slaves. Pharaoh feared the Israelites were becoming too numerous, so he ordered that all baby boys be thrown into the river. But God had a plan. A Hebrew woman hid her baby boy for 3 months. When she couldn't hide him anymore, she placed him in a basket and set him afloat on the Nile River. Pharaoh's daughter found the baby, took pity on him, and named him Moses, meaning drawn out of water. Moses grew up in Pharaoh's palace as a prince of Egypt, but one day he saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew slave. In anger, Moses killed the Egyptian and fled to the land of Midian, where he became a shepherd. Years later, God spoke to Moses from a burning bush that was not consumed by the flames. "Moses! Moses!" "Here I am," Moses replied. God told Moses to go back to Egypt and tell Pharaoh to set the Israelites free. Moses was afraid, but God promised to be with him. Moses returned to Egypt with his brother, Aaron. They went to Pharaoh and said, "This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says, 'Let my people go.'" But Pharaoh's heart was hard. He refused to let the Israelites go. Instead, he made their work even harder. Then God sent 10 plagues to Egypt to show his power. 1. The Nile River turned to blood. 2. Frogs covered the land. 3. Gnats swarmed everywhere. 4. Flies filled the houses. 5. Livestock died. 6. Boils broke out on people and animals. 7. Hailstorm destroyed crops. 8. Locusts devoured everything. 9. Darkness covered Egypt for 3 days. 10. The death of the firstborn. The final plague was the most devastating. God told the Israelites to mark their doorposts with the blood of a lamb, and when the angel of death passed through Egypt, it would pass over the houses with the blood. That night, every Egyptian firstborn died, including Pharaoh's son. Finally, Pharaoh summoned Moses. "Go! Take your people and leave Egypt," he cried. The Israelites left Egypt, guided by a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. But Pharaoh changed his mind and chased after them with his army. When the Israelites reached the Red Sea, they were trapped. But God told Moses to stretch out his staff over the waters. The sea parted, and the Israelites crossed on dry ground. When Pharaoh's army tried to follow, the waters crashed down, and they drowned. The Israelites were free. They sang songs of praise to God, who delivered them from Pharaoh's hand. Moses led them toward the Promised Land, trusting in God's guidance. Moral of the story: God hears the cries of his people. He is powerful and faithful to save those who trust in him. Just as he delivered the Israelites from Egypt, he delivers us from the things that enslave us. Would you like me to tell you a story like this? And subscribe to my YouTube channel